Hello, all the CA Inter students. I'm not going to come with any kind of audit surprise now, but there are two extremely important surprises that happened in the last FM exam. Okay, so what happened in the FM exam? That the observation that I made is two important things after reading the question paper. First, surprise number one. This is always a memorable surprise for me. The factoring question. If you observe, just 1.5 days before the FM exam, I uploaded one video on factoring, 15 minutes. In that 5 minutes, explained the concept, 10 minutes, a problem was done. So I said very, very clearly, do this problem, it can come with the numbers change. Might be God has listened, or I don't know the question paper actually before that. But exactly, a 5 marks question came in the exam, ditto question with the change in the numbers. Okay, so FM never disappoints me, of course. Always FM is my lovable subject at inter level and final level. What I presume generally will come in exam, but this time the surprising thing is the factoring. Means exactly what question I kept 1.5 days before, surprisingly that came. Why I'm making this video is, you can see the comments below that YouTube video, and even the WhatsApp message I wanted to share, I will put as a status. You can see 41 students have messaged me yesterday. Maybe another 3-4 might be added today. 45 it can become. 45 students have put a message, almost 41. I counted. Maybe 2-3 again added. Maybe 45. Let us take a round number. So 45 students have kept a message that I left the factoring concept just by listening to that 15 minutes of the video. I could get 5 marks. Okay. So my point is very clear. Yeah. When I say something with regard to the FM, please listen carefully. Okay. Because out of some perception, I will also tell now. Why generally I will tell? My expected questions never become unexpected in exam. If I expect something, at least a reasonable estimate, they have to come. Why factoring especially I have done now? I will tell the reason. Last MTP, that before MTP, 3 MTPs, this question came. Then I got an idea. Maybe institute mind is on that question. That's why I made students to do that one question on factoring. And see here, this is the question. Annual credit. You can see the video. Sorry, video proof available. Yeah, I will show the document. But still, for some students, okay, who are having any doubt regarding FM, okay. So this is the question I kept for them. So annual credit sale 48 lakh. Question annual credit sale. Where is the question? Annual credit sale. This average data is 90 lakh. They have given here. There it is 48 lakh. Credit period 60 days. Their credit period 3 months. Existing bad debts here 1%, here 2%. Factor charge is 5%. Here factor charge is see here. So factor charge is 15%. Here the factor charge is 5% on a non-recourse basis. Here 2% on charges, 5% on charges. Factor reserve 25%. Factor reserve is 15%. Like that they change the question. Effective cost of factoring. Same thing came in exam. This is one thing that I wanted to share. And thank you all the students for listening to the video. Thank you all the students for making it good in exam. Thanks all the students for messaging me by remembering me. Okay. So thank you very much. And second, very, very important thing. This you should understand. Surprise 2 is AFM question came in FM paper. Yeah. Yes. AFM question which was given in Jan 21, COVID time. COVID time, Jan 21 also exam was held for CA final. At that time one question came in AFM final. That question was kept in CA Inter FM. See, again I am telling you, if you would have listened to the FM lectures, generally, not all, 100 la at least 3-4 students will ask, sir, that much depth required. Why sir, that much depth you will be teaching? Cost of capital chapter, beta computation, generally, normally people will be taking around 1 hour, 1.5 hours. But for us, if you listen, the total KE computation itself, I have done in 3 different classes of 2 hours each, around 2.5 hours. At 8.5 hours, we spent only on one concept called as a CAPM, if you remember. First point number 1, I am not a mad fellow unnecessarily to take your time. FM la concepts are always intertwined and interlinked. You have to understand in the same way, or else it will become an exam-oriented batch, but not a regular one. Regular means every minute point and detail you should capture. Again, my regular batch means. Okay. So that only I'm giving also as a power play. That's why what always I tell, I can also make a good business by giving a 80 hours FM, 70 hours FM, and I can make a very good sale. But never I went into that route just because of a reason that students should get a good quality content. It's not about the time. Student never bothered the time. Student bothered quality. If quality is not good, even if you complete in 30 hours, it is useless. So why I am telling this now? Listen carefully. One question came in examination, latest exam, yesterday's exam. This question, 3A, 8 marks question came from CA final AFM paper. Yeah. This came from the concept of ratios linked with the funding. If you understand ratios analysis of mind properly, the depth in what we discuss, this question solving will not become a problem. But my intention was to tell, from now, please do not comment on. If I tell this is there in final, but I am going to discuss this here itself, means you should not make any kind of comment on this, because this is a classic example of my route is always right. My route in FM, my route in AFM is always right. I never go by exam patterns. I go by quality content. If content is really required, I will deliver that no matter what. So please listen carefully. I wanted to show the proof also. Without proof, why I will talk? See here. Balance sheet of some company, share capital reserves, etc., etc., etc. Details given. External fund requirement. This question came in FM paper. Ingapar. This is 73rd question in mergers acquisitions chapter in CA final. Sundry Limited, ST Limited, share capital 260, share capital 300, reserves 168, reserves 200, long-term loan 420 batch, long-term loans 400. Sir, details are same. 1400, 1308, 1308. Nice. Sales 900, sales 600. Sales grow by 20%, sales grow by 20%. Okay, 5%, 4% here, there 5%, 50% respectively, 20%. External fund requirement. Amount to be raised through short term, long term, etc. Amount to be raised through. This is another question. Okay, so the ratios analysis question was mentioned. What you understand? Final contents also. If subject is linking to final, from now the trend is going to change for FM. FM paper will not be like before from now. This is this attempt they merged this. Next attempt, do you know what they will do? They will merge the concepts of capital budgeting with advanced capital budgeting in final. Clear? So they are going to bring the final flavor to CA Inter and ask the questions, though it is not there in Inter. Because I teach a final at a high level pace, na. So therefore I know when I saw the question paper itself, I thought, this question is from final, na. So normally if a faculty who teaches at FM and AFM at final will understand this question from where it came. This is a CA final question. In my book, it's a 73rd question. So please believe in the process. Believe in Kaushik Mukesh. Believe in our approach. Okay. We intended to give the super quality content at an affordable pricing. That is our motto from the very beginning. No need to prove now. It's very clear. Okay. Thank you very much. All the very best. Prepare for audit properly.